Welcome everybody to Live Interactive English. This is Shane.
And this is Karen. Today we are looking at a lesson called A Fine Dining Experience. Okay, so speaking of a fine dining experience.
Can I start by saying something?
Sure, of course.
Like sometimes we say something is fine, like how are you doing today?
Fine.
That's less than good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when we're talking about food and we're talking about dining and you say fine, if you say something is fine, it could also mean really, really good.
That's right.
So when you're talking about a mood, your mood, and you say fine, you mean kind of below average. Like it's like a little bit below good.
I'm feeling okay.
Okay. But when we're talking about doing something like at a restaurant or something like that, and it's fine dining, this means, or like if we say we have fine silverware.
Or like a bottle of fine wine.
Fine wine. We're talking about food and dining and things. It means really, really nice and usually means expensive.
And usually means it's very, very fancy, high end.
Yeah, so I don't really like, I've been fine dining a couple of times. And every time I get out of there, I just feel like I didn't get my money's worth. I felt like I got robbed. I feel dirty. I go home and take a shower because I just feel like somebody has violated me.
Okay, well, you're exaggerating here.
But really, you leave and you're still hungry, right?
I know.
True?
I have to agree with you. I'm not really into fine dining because I feel like you have to spend a lot of money, but the good thing about it is that you get to dress up and look very, very pretty for the occasion.
It's true.
And at a really pretty restaurant.
The presentation, the atmosphere, everything like that is very nice. But oftentimes,
you might still be hungry because maybe the portions are quite small. It's very pretty, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
And maybe very fresh and very high quality and all of those kind of things. But yeah, I guess we're just not fine dining types of people.
Exactly.
All right, but let's get into this dialogue where there is going to be a fine dining experience.
All right.
Alex and Emily enter a restaurant and approach the host stand. They are greeted by the maitre d'.
Good afternoon, sir. Ma'am?
Hello, we have a reservation for 2 people at 1 o'clock.
Perfect. And what name is it under?
Johnson.
Ah, yes. We have a lovely table for you by the window.
Excellent. Could I just confirm that the kitchen is aware of my peanut allergy? We emailed about it a few weeks ago.
Yes, ma'am. All staff are aware of your dietary requirements, and the necessary measures have been taken.
That's good to know. Thank you.
So the lesson today is called A Fine Dining Experience. So arriving at a restaurant, Alex and Emily enter a restaurant and approach the host stand. They are greeted by the maitre d'.
Okay, so there's a maitre d' in this dialogue. There is Alex.
That's right.
And there is Emily.
That's right.
So I'm going to be the maitre d' and I'm going to be Alex.
And I will be Emily.
I'm just going to take it all on. Okay? So I'll be talking to myself a little bit, but don't get too confused. Okay. So the maitre d', maybe I give him a French accent. Good afternoon, sir. Ma'am. No, okay, I'll do it real. Good afternoon, sir. Ma'am. Okay, and ma'am is a very formal way of, it means madame, actually, and it's used with a name as a form of a very polite or respectful way to address a woman.
That's right.
You will say
ma'am.
Ma'am.
If you don't know their name, then you can say ma'am.
But a lot of women don't want to be called ma'am because it feels old.
That's true.
So I would suggest saying miss. So if I were this maitre d', but I'm not, I would say miss. But, maybe Alex and Emily are a little bit older. So maybe then it would be okay. All right, so Alex says, hello, we have a reservation for 2 people at 1 o'clock.
Ah, a reservation. Sometimes before you go to the restaurant, you would want to make a reservation. So what does that mean?
That means it's an arrangement for a seat at a restaurant, or it could be a plane or train, a room in a hotel, so on and so on. And it's so that the seat will be kept for you, and usually for a particular time, right? So for example, you could say, we have a dinner reservation at the new French restaurant. Yeah, I'm going to take you there. It's going to be fine dining.
Sounds expensive. So what does Maitre D say now?
Okay, he says, perfect. And what name is it under? When I say what name is it under, he means what name is the reservation under.
That's right.
Right? So if he looks under reservation, he'll see underneath reservations, he'll see your name. So they say, what is it under? That might be confusing if you're not a native English speaker, but it just means what name did you use to make the reservation?
Exactly.
So Alex says Johnson. So the maitre d', he's looking at the reservation list, says, yes, we have a lovely table for you by the window.
Ooh, so it probably has a view too.
It's a lovely table.
And now Emily says, excellent. Could I just confirm that the kitchen is aware of my peanut allergy? We emailed about it a few weeks ago. I think it's very important to do that.
Have you ever known anybody with a peanut allergy?
Actually, in Canada, quite a few, but in Taiwan, not that many.
I've never, I know it's a very common allergy to have, but I've never met somebody who has a peanut allergy.
I had a few friends.
Or I just never asked them. It didn't come up in conversation, but I've never known that I've known somebody with a peanut allergy. That would be terrible because peanuts are just so delicious. You
are right, but it is very common. I hear that all the time.
Yes.
Okay, so she says that, I just want to call to confirm, right? I want to see, to confirm that if, the kitchen is aware of my peanut allergy. So to confirm, it just means to make certain or definite. You want to make sure. So for example, you can say, I can confirm that I received your letter. That means I really did receive your letter.
Right, okay, and so she just wants to make sure they're aware of this peanut allergy so that she doesn't eat the peanuts and then go into some kind of
allergic reaction. It could be very serious.
She could swell up. I mean, you could even die, I suppose, I'm assuming, if it's really bad. So to be aware is an adjective. It just means knowing or realizing something. So we want to make sure these cooks know I have a peanut allergy, so don't, cook my food in peanut oil, and don't, cook in something where there was just peanuts that were cooked in. You have to be very careful.
Exactly.
So, for example, you can say, "Are you aware of how rude you sound?" Are you?
No, I'm not being rude at all.
You're not?
Okay, now we're also looking at this word here, allergy, and that is a noun. An allergy is a physical reaction to some specific food or substance. If you have an allergy to cats, they'll make you itchy or swollen no matter how much you love to pet them.
Right. Okay. And then the maitre d' says, yes, ma'am, all staff are aware of your dietary requirements and the necessary measures have been taken.
That means they'll be very careful when they are preparing your food and making sure that no peanuts will be inside your food, right?
Yeah, and what does it mean, your dietary requirements?
Well, dietary basically just means something related to the diet or the rules of diet, like the things that you're eating.
Yeah, so a diet is just what you eat.
Exactly.
Basically, the types of foods and stuff. So all measures have been put in place, so everybody knows that. So what's a measure? It's an official action that is done in order to achieve a particular aim. So in this situation, the particular aim is to make sure the peanuts are kept very far away from Emily.
That's right.
Right? And make sure that she doesn't come in contact with any peanuts because that could give her an allergy attack. The example sentence we have here, John took measures to make sure he spent less money.
He wants to make sure that he will spend less, but maybe he can save a little bit, right? And now Emily says, that's good to know. Thank you. Okay, it's good that they got that out of the way. They got to make sure that the kitchen is aware of her allergy so they don't cook anything related to peanuts and they can enjoy their fine dining experience.
Excellent. Let's take a break and we'll be right back.
All right.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天的对话主题是精致餐饮体验。Alex 和 Emily 走进一家餐厅，那餐厅的领班向他们招呼问候，他就说 Good afternoon, sir, ma'am。先生、女士，午安。那他说的这个 ma'am 这个名词就表示对妇女的尊称，就相当于小姐啊、夫人、女士。Shane 老师在讲解这个单词时，他用到 respectable， 在 respect 后面加上 able， 那这个形容词是形容值得尊敬的、正派的。这边也补充一下 maitre d' 就表示餐厅的领班，它是源自于法文。好，那么 Alex 告诉餐厅领班，他们有预约1点钟2人的座位，是以 Johnson 这个名字预定的。领班确认好之后，就说有为他们2位准备一张靠窗很棒的桌子。这时候 Emily 想要跟对方确认厨房是否知道他对花生过敏的这件事，因为几周前他们其实有事先来发电子邮件提到这件事。领班就说啦，所有的员工都知道他的饮食需求，然后也采取了必要措施。Emily 听了就很放心了。好，单字 reservation 表示预定、预约，是个名词。confirm 表示确认、确定、证实，它是动词。aware 则是形容知道、意识到的，或者是有什么什么意识的。我们可以用 be aware of 来表达知道、意识到某事物的存在。然后是 measure 它表示措施、方法。而补充单字 allergy 它可以表达过敏反应、过敏症。这时候 Karen 老师有提到 swollen 这种过敏反应 swollen swollen 就是形容肿胀的。好，那接华课文中。
Alex and Emily are at their table looking at menus when a waitress passes by.
Excuse me, what is the catch of the day?
It's fresh Dover sole today, sir. Caught this morning a few miles down the coast.
That sounds delicious. Is it possible to have that as part of the prefix?
Unfortunately, no. The catch of the day is only available from the a la carte menu.
Alex, I'm more than happy to order a la carte. I've got my eye on the duck breast, and that's not on the prefix either.
Great. I think we're ready to order.
Welcome back, everyone. So before the break, we were looking at this dialogue between Alex, Emily, and the maitre d'. That's right. So Alex and Emily, actually, they're going to a fine restaurant, right?
Yes.
And they made a reservation. But Emily has an allergy to peanuts. So she just wanted to make sure the kitchen is aware of her allergy. So they will prepare her food very carefully.
Right.
And which they are. And now they're getting ready to eat, I guess.
Yeah, right. So the second part is asking about the food.
That's right.
So right now, Alex and Emily are at their table looking at menus when a waitress passes by.
Okay, so I will be the waitress and Emily and you'll be Alex.
I get to just be one role this time. I'm just Alex.
That's
okay.
right.
So Alex says, excuse me, what is the catch of the day?
Catch of the day. Catch of the day, I guess they're talking about fish, right? Maybe like a special kind of fish that they are serving on that day. That's catch of the day.
Exactly. It's like kind of like it's the fish of the day.
Exactly. It's like soup of the day, but it's catch of the day. You're talking about fish.
You catch fish, right, when you go fishing.
That's right. So now the waitress says, it's fresh Dover sole today, sir. Caught this morning a few miles down the coast.
Ooh, very local.
Wow. And it sounds very fresh, right?
Fresh, local, sounds like some good stuff. So Alex says, that sounds delicious. Is it possible to have that as part of the prefix?
So what does that mean?
So a prefix is just a meal consisting of several courses served at a total fixed price.
Okay.
Right. So he wants to know if that can be included in the prefix.
And now the waitress says, unfortunately, no. The catch of the day is only available from the a la carte menu. So what does it mean when I say a la carte? That's an adjective. So when a dish at a restaurant is offered a la carte, it means the dish is ordered individually. It is not included or a part of a larger meal like a 5-course meal. And now Emily says, Alex, I'm more than happy to order a la carte. I've got my eye on the duck breast, and that's not on the prefix either. Okay, so Emily actually has quite a few things that she would like to try, including the duck breast as well.
What happened to her eye? Did it fall out?
No, when you say you've got your eye on something, that means you are interested in that thing.
Right. You're looking
this is
at
something...
it and it's something that's exciting you and interesting you.
Exactly.
Yeah. I've got my eye on you. Well, that could also mean that I'm afraid you're going to do something bad. I've got my eye on you. But it just means you're looking at something or somebody. Okay, so Alex says, great. And now he's looking at the waitress. He says, I think we're ready to order.
It sounds like they're going to have a great dining experience.
I think I'd be going for the sole. Yes, because I'm a pescatarian, meaning that I eat seafood.
That's right.
But I don't eat any other animals or anything like that.
So you can't try the duck breast, right?
Yeah, and I couldn't get the prefix either because, well, unless the prefix also has fish, they could, they just didn't have the Dover sole. Okay, but anyway, sounds like it's going to be a wonderful dinner. I hope they enjoy it, and I hope you enjoyed the lesson.
That's right. Okay, well, this is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
在第二段对话里 ，Alex 和 Emily 已经坐在位子上在看菜单了。Alex 问服务生今天的鱼货是什么？服务生说是新鲜的多佛蝶鱼，早上呢才从几英里外的海岸捕捞上来的。Alex 觉得哇，这听起来很新鲜、很美味，想要了解这道料理能不能包含在套餐里面。服务生说没办法，只能单点。那这时候 Emily 说她看中了鸭胸，那一道菜也不在套餐里，所以她其实很乐意也用单点的方式来点餐。补充一下文中的 Dover sole 就是指多佛蝶鱼。Prefix 则表示套餐，它是源自于法文，它就跟 set meal 或者是 set menu 意思相同。那么 a la carte 则是形容单点的，它也可以当副词来表达单点的意思。刚刚 Shane 老师说他也会选这个新鲜的多佛蝶鱼，因为他是吃海鲜素。老师说的 pescatarian 就是表达海鲜素者，就是不吃肉但是会吃海鲜的人。这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。刚刚对话里的 Emily 说 I've got my eye on the duck breast 我看中了鸭胸。那么 have got 是口语用法，就跟 have 意思相同，所以当我们说 have one's eye on something 是表达看上什么，看中了什么，想要获得或是拥有什么。举例来说He's had his eye on the car for a while. 他想要那台车已经好一阵子了。补充一个用法是 have an eye for something. 这是表达对什么有眼光、有鉴赏力。eye 的前方可以加入形容词，像是 good, keen, sharp 等等来修饰。例如 ，The The director has a keen eye for actors. 那位导演对演员有敏锐的眼光。好，那么以上这些讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Alex and Emily enter a restaurant and approach the host stand. They are greeted by the maitre d'.
Good afternoon, sir, ma'am.
Hello, we have a reservation for 2 people at 1 o'clock.
Perfect. And what name is it under?
Johnson.
Ah, yes. We have a lovely table for you by the window.
Excellent. Could I just confirm that the kitchen is aware of my peanut allergy? We emailed about it a few weeks ago.
Yes, ma'am. All staff are aware of your dietary requirements, and the necessary measures have been taken.
That's good to know. Thank you.
Alex and Emily are at their table looking at menus when a waitress passes by.
Excuse me, what is the catch of the day?
It's fresh Dover sole today, sir. Caught this morning a few miles down the coast.
That sounds delicious. Is it possible to have that as part of the prefix?
Unfortunately, no. The catch of the day is only available from the a la carte menu.
Alex, I'm more than happy to order a la carte. I've got my eye on the duck breast, and that's not on the prefix either.
Great. I think we're ready to order.
Hey, it's KiWi on the street. I'm Kiki.
And I'm Winnie.
And Winnie, I think it's time for lunch because I'm a hungry hippo.
Hippo, where? Oh, we need to protect ourselves.
No, I'm saying like I'm a hungry hippo because I'm so hungry.
Okay, and hippos are usually very hungry.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess it's time that I practice my phrases.
Let's work on some phrases. Okay, the first one is 选择多的是. So which one do you think is the correct one?
There are plenty of fish in the pond. I choose the second one. There are plenty of fish in the sea.
There are plenty of fish in the sea.
There are plenty of fish in the sea.
There are plenty of fish in the ponds.
Okay, plenty of fish in the pond. Let's see, did you get it correct?
Sorry.
There are plenty of fish in the sea.
Good try, good try.
Good try. The next one is 不远处 or 投石之遥. Which one do you think is the correct one?
A stone's doors.
A stone's throw. I choose the first one. A stone's throw.
A rock store.
A stone's throw.
Ding, ding, ding! Full points!
Good job.
What did we learn today?
We learned some new phrases today. Let's take a look at them. The first one is, there are plenty of fish in the sea. This phrase is usually used to tell someone that just ended a romantic relationship that they have a lot of other options available to them in the future. If you think about the ocean, it's so big that you can't stop exploring it. The size of the ocean also suggests that many fish live in the ocean and that you have so many opportunities to meet new fish. This phrase is used to console someone, to tell them they won't be alone forever. Our next phrase is a stone's throw. This phrase is used to describe a short distance or to say that a location is not very far away. If you think about throwing a stone, usually you can't throw it very far. So, if you can't throw a stone very far, then it isn't a great distance. An interesting fact, the expression was first used in a translation of the Bible in 1526. That's all for phrases today. KiWi later!